Well, good morning, fellow gardeners. I'm Kelly, aka K2, and this is K2 Garden Adventure, my channel dedicated to building my dream gardens and urban farmstead here on the beautiful central coast of California, Zone 9B. So this morning, I've got a bunch of stuff that I want to get done, and I even have a couple of guys coming to help me. But let me show you what's up first. All right, so to start with, I'm going to be working back here on the back of the property, and I'm going to be here in these camellia beds. So I've had these Rockapulco double impatiens for months and months, and I don't know, it's just one of those, seemed to be more pressing things to get planted. Anyways, what I'm going to do is put a whole drift of, I believe it's apple blossom, this beautiful, beautiful apple blossom all along here. I'm actually going to probably move the rocks, and I'm going to move these white ones and this one right here that's been in here for a while, this purple. So the purple and the white are going to move down over here a ways. And then this rose, I think this is a rose. Yeah. So this rose, and then all those roses in the back, I'm going to make a new border over on the side. So those are all going to move. And then over here, I'm going to add, put the two whites in there. So we have these beautiful wisterias. I was able to get 2 of those last year. Those were hard to get, but I've got those 2 there. I'm going to put the 2 whites here. I've got this gorgeous purple right here, and then I'm going to put the other purple that I'm moving over there, and then that rose, and then all those other roses. I think it's 10 total. Those are actually going to come over here and get planted in the ground in between all of these containers that have the Let's Dance Sky Views hydrangeas in them. So in between each of those sky views is where I'm going to put those roses. So they're shade garden type plants. They need they can only handle a little bit of sun. Those Rockapulcos, they're absolutely beautiful, but especially for how much color you get in the shade. It's great plant from proven winners. Anyways, those 10 roses, rose colored ones, are going to go in here in between these Let's Dance Sky Views. And I'm not sure what happened with these Let's Dance Sky Views. I don't know if they got dried out somehow, but some of them look like they've almost died or something. Anyways, fingers crossed they come back. Otherwise I will be needing to reorder those in the spring when they get back in stock. But anyways, yeah, because what's really frustrating is here in my little microclimate, a lot of my macrophyllus never lost their leaves, and they kept blooming all winter last year. So this was supposed to be beautiful blue blooms, because I added some aluminum sulfate to these, and supposed to have beautiful blue blooms all winter long. But anyways, you know, gardening is well, there's a beautiful monarch butterfly that's wanting to check out my cherry tomatoes. Okay, just as if you haven't seen any of the other videos, I'm getting hundreds of monarchs every day, so it's been very cool this year. And next year I'm gonna hopefully get multiple hundreds of monarchs every day, because I'm planning I planted a whole bunch of butterfly bushes along the back fence of the property that are going to grow up and be a privacy wall or privacy hedge. And in between all those, I'm going to plant some native milkweed. So there will be massive amounts of milkweed and butterfly bushes here for the butterflies to lay their eggs and to feed on. Anyways, all right, well, enough talking. Let me go ahead and get these moved and planted, and we'll show you what it looks like in a little bit. Okay, so the other sort of big project that I want to get done today, and this is what the guys are going to be helping me out with, is over here in the raised bed garden, about to also become a container garden. So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so right now, you know, I have containers with flowers in them. Those are a lot of fun to do. And they're sort of making up the border along the backside of the raised beds over here. So what I want to actually do, there's a couple things. One, you don't want to put containers right on the gravel or the ground, because gophers will actually come up underneath, chew through the plastic, and get in and eat your plants. Also, it doesn't look all that great. So I've got plenty of these pavers left over from previous projects. So what we're going to do is actually put in 11 of these stones or pavers, and then these containers will go on top. Now, if you're like, but Kelly, there's only 9. Well, there's a 10th one here, and then I found this gorgeous butterfly. It's a pure yellow hibiscus, and so I have it as an extra in case one of my other tropical hibiscus don't do so well. I can swap it out and bring it over here and put the yellow one out on display over there. So that will be the 11 containers for right now that are back here. Some of these dahlias are kind of done for. You know, dahlias here, I've been discovering, get really bad powdery mildew, and yeah, so big lesson learned for next year. The other thing is that the guys we're gonna split off of this line, which is currently feeding all the raised beds, and we're gonna bring a half-inch line back and around. We'll run it along the back there, and so all the containers will get hooked up to drip, so I don't have to try to remember to water these as much. And then over here in the corner, we're gonna put in 4 pavers, and to be able to set that big barrel on top of and have it look nice. And of course the drip will run all the way around here, which will allow me to, might actually put like a tree or get another one of these big barrels or even one of the wooden ones, and put some kind of tree right here to act as a privacy hedge. You know, eventually that orange tree back there will fill that in, but that actually would be a cool idea in the meantime. So anyways, we'll probably set up 2 4 space spots for pavers over here. Anyway, so that is the plan, and the guy should be here any second to get working on that, and I'm going to continue working on the double impatient, the Acapulco project. So wish us luck. And I am done. So let me go around and show you everything that we got done today, and hopefully you like it as much as I do. Okay, so first off, back here in the camellia beds that are on the back of the property that lead into the tropical garden, we've got the all 6 of the Acapulco double impatiens. These are those absolutely beautiful apple blossoms. So I got all 6 of them in here. I moved the stones back, moved the bigger stone sort of over there, and moved these ones there. I really like these. I still need to finish running the drip, but you know, that can wait for right now. But those should be very happy, as they only they're shade to part shade, and but these Acapulco double impatiens give you absolutely beautiful color. So those are in. Now I moved a couple that were here in order to make a solid drift of the apple blossom. We've got a white one that is right here that moved in, because we moved the rose that was here down. These are really doing well. These are some rose begonias that I brought from my other property, and They're absolutely just stunning here. Obviously, you've got the tropical garden looking amazing. One of the other things that I did was down in here, a Pyromania Orange Blaze. I got this guy planted right here. I also moved a really large purple Ukara or coral bells that was planted sort of in the middle there. That was one of those, first things I planted when I didn't have a lot of this other tropical stuff growing. That spot I might leave blank just to have some place to step in the middle to be able to work on the banana tree, or who knows, I might cram something else in there. But anyways, it's nice to have a little bit of space. Can also put a rock in there or something, but I do like the idea of having a place to step in order to prune the hibiscus or prune the banana tree. So anyways, that might stay blank. Also up here, I moved. So there's these beautiful Solenia begonias from Proven Winners. Look how amazing these Bohemian crown hibiscus look. Wow. Anyway, so here I had 2 of my 3 Persian shields survived. So I picked up a third one and stuck it over here in the corner. And because the apricot Solenia begonias were not getting enough sun back here, so I put the purple shield in here to give you a nice sort of drift of 3. That purple looks great with that orange. As we come around over here, you can see where I put the Solenia begonias in right here. And I planted the plumerias that were in the container, put them back in the ground. So there's this plumeria over here. I don't know that I get warm enough for plumerias here, but this guy's doing pretty good this year. These guys did a little bit in the container, and this guy, his roots mostly got eaten by a gopher, so I don't think he did all that much. Anyways, but I also planted another Canophia right here, this one here, which is similar but a little bit different to there. So there'll be sort of a beautiful drift of those 2. The one in the back, I believe, is a Proven Winners variety, and here's a slightly different one, but they're similar in color. So you have those. I've got the pure yellow ones. I've got the orange one, and then I have another one down here on the end as well. So love those red hot poker or Canophia flowers. Got a lipstick hibiscus that's doing real well. Got lots and lots of irises. They just keep reblooming. Obviously the canna lilies that are up at 10 feet now are doing awesome. And look at all these amazing passion fruits that are just huge. This poor thing got blown over by the wind, but it's being held up with lots of extra support. Trying to think, did I move anything over here? No, I don't think so. So anyways, oh wow, look at cool how great that Monstera is doing outside even back here. So one thing I realized I'm going to need to I need to get back here and trim up this this fuchsia because it's sort of burying the sago palm that's in there, so I need to uncover him a bit, but that's something I can work on. This hibiscus is just growing like crazy. It's a beautiful pink color, I guess different than lipstick. It's called pink versicolor, but it's very similar to lipstick, so I don't know. I might move it and put a different one in the ground because really don't need 2 pink hibiscus in the tropical garden, but it's growing so well. The other hibiscus, speaking of those, I got those I got them transplanted, put with some fresh soil, so they're all starting to bloom now. Look at that Moonlight Romance. That is really, really beautiful back there. That is just a stunning color with that sort of apricot, and we've got, I believe that's a what is that? Oh, that's also a pink versicolor. How did I end up with multiple pink versicolors? Okay, that one in there could be a Cayman pink. They're very similar. Right here, this is a a Disco Diva. It was funny, some of them I didn't know what they were because their labels faded, so when they bloom I need to get the labels in there. This is a Rum Runner. This one's cool. It changes color. It starts out in the morning like deep red, and then it changes to that by the end of the day. Playboy, which is just one of my absolute favorites. It is a stunner. I took an incredible photo of it. This is America's Sweetheart over here. And like I said, as the rest of the tropicals start blooming, I'll be able to identify them. Really disappointed in the hardy hibiscus and the Rose of Sharon. But anyways, one of the other things I did, and I need to get that guy some more water, is I removed the Veronicas and stuff that were mixed in here, and there was also some bellflowers. But so right now I've really tried to simplify the front border, so it's just alternating white and purple vinca. And I moved this purple vinca forward, but it did not like that. But let me get some more water on this guy, and hopefully he recovers. If not, purple vincas, I think I actually have a spare one of those if he passes away. But anyway, so that was the other thing I did on Sunday, was move the white ones on the end forward and move this purple one forward to sort of make the pattern a little bit consistent back here. Oh, that's kind of neat. Back there you can see some of the bonus cosmos that were used to be over in the raised bed. And so I just moved them out here because they were not getting enough sun. Put them on the back of the magenta Sprite flux border, and hey, they are taking off. So we've got some reds and whites, and then, you know, who knows, maybe this magenta Sprite flux will actually will actually start blooming and do something out here, because it was not doing anything on the driveway. All right, let's keep going with the tour of what I got done over here. So this is one of the two. I put the two wisteria rocapulcos next to each other. I need to sort this situation out and do something to get this drain to drain the water further away from the house. And then I've got the hose there, so I need to leave this area sort of blank for that kind of stuff. But I thought that was a perfect spot with the camellia and the two wisterias. The camellias, you know, my japonicas are blooming in October. Look how stunningly beautiful that is. Here's the other white rocapulco. And then over here are the two purples that are on either side of this new camellia that I planted this year. I'm trying to remember what variety this is. This was, because I changed them a couple times. Oh, this is Margie. Lots and lots of, look at all those flowers. So I think we'll have a really beautiful show from Margie. Let's see, did not do anything over here. Oh, okay, so here's the new container garden. You know, I didn't get it finished, but I have one more container that's gonna go right there, and these are all now on drip, and so I don't have to worry about watering them. But I think this looks good. This is like just sort of extra flowers, and I also have some cut flowers back here. Over here on the side just was not enough sun for the cut flowers, so I've got the lettuce is absolutely loving the part shade, and the herbs are loving the part shade much more as well. Put some butternut squash out here. It is growing real nice, and he can come over the side if he wants. But so the squash is doing good here as well. Obviously the fuchsias don't like full sun, at least not here. And some of the zinnias are doing good. Some of those proven winners, super petunias, are recovering nicely. Up here, I think I had cleaned up the tomatoes, my second round of tomatoes, full-size tomatoes at any rate. They got hit with blight really bad, so I cut all that off and hit them with some organic orchard spray, so hopefully they recover. I set up another platform right here. This is some morning glory. It's an Asian like vegetable. But right here, I can actually put like some kind of tree or something to help do some, you know, a little bit of privacy and also to cover up some of the extra stuff here. But I'm going to get another matching big container and put it right there. Like I said, that one blank spot, actually, I have a container ready to go there. Just need to move it over. Let's see. Moving along. And then here. So here we have 10 of the rose Racapulcos. And so this one here on the end with all the blooms, that one was in the ground. Then we put 8 of the ones that the poor things have been stuck in those container for at least 3 months on the back. And then the other one I transplanted as well. Fingers crossed, some of these sky views are recovering from whatever shock they had that caused maybe a couple of them to die. Fingers crossed that they will come back in the spring, if not sooner. Let's see. Up here, no, I had already done these. There was just a few things I did up here. I moved a few things. These are all the new rhythmic blues in the containers. And then these are Incrediballs. There used to be just where the Incrediballs were, there were some Limelight Primes. And I moved all of the Limelight Primes over to basically double up the hedge to make it, give it some more impact. You can see I've got these solar lights as well that I need to get in the ground here. I moved a couple of hostas that were getting just too much sun right here, but I have some hydrangeas that are going to go sort of in this area right here to hopefully they recover. I'll show you those in a minute. In the meantime, look at how awesome this was. Our idea I had. So I had these solar path lights all along the driveway, and so I drilled a hole in the bottom of these little Halloween pumpkin, you know, candy carriers. Cut off the handle and stuck the stuck the solar light down through. So they look amazing during the day, and at night they all light up. So it's a really cool effect. Absolutely love that. Let's see. Oh, this is so cool. I've got finally getting enough acidifier and aluminum sulfate in the ground that I'm starting to get some blue on these hydrangeas. So we'll keep at that. From what I was reading, it looks like that the organic sulfur stuff, that takes like up to a year to actually start being effective. So hopefully, you know, it'll, as those microbes start breaking that down, the soil will become more and more acidic. The containers are looking amazing. Need to hit them with some more fertilizer. Evidently, you cannot fertilize those enough. The mums are hanging out. This is hanging on. This is their 3rd week, and they are still doing great. One of my Gatsby's is starting to throw up some blooms in the back. Oh, got some new art from a local artist. He looks like a little sorcerer cat. So was happy to support a local artist. There was a big art show here. The Fairy Trail Bride is doing pretty good, or better even now. Now he's up in a container, and he was replaced by the Tiny Quickfire. Let's see. The azaleas are doing good. You know, I've been trying to get acidifier and everything for all the azaleas and camellias and rhododendrons. And so the azaleas are responding to the acidifier. So that is great to see. Oh, I moved another coral bells from the tropical garden. Up here is where I stuck him, sort of in that blank spot. And the other one, here's that large sort of purple one. Stuck him. He's a very large coral bell. Thought there would be more room here, but anyways, looks beautiful, and like I said, just gets a part sun up here, so he should be just fine. Sadly, these polka dot plants, they are completely overtaking that little Aconocloa in there, so I might move it. Probably going to move it to another location up here so you can see all 3 of the Aconocloas. This is amazing. So my paper whites, Their narcissus have already started blooming in October. They're supposed to be a December flower, but you know, magical microclimate here. I did a lot of work last year, or this, I guess it was this year, to move all these narcissus bulbs and sort of spread them around and spread them to lots of different locations. But you know, they naturalize here, so we're gonna have lots of paper whites up here, which is just beautiful. And fountain looks awesome. And gosh, you know, I need to get even more fertilizer, I guess, up here on these annuals. Superbenas take a lot of fertilizer. Over here in the southern garden, or southern patio garden, this one's doing okay, but this container has really recovered well from the pruning, the rejuvenation prune, and is just looking absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to some more of those saffron French come out the top. Over here, I'm trying to think if I did much more. No, although I will give a product or an update on the, I moved this hydrangea over here, and it appears to really like its new location, getting a little more shade. It was very much full sun on the front of the property. I swapped it out with a quick fire fab. So these three hibiscus, these were limelight primes that we transplanted from over on the driveway and up front. This one looks like it might have died, possibly this one too, and this one has a little bit of life left, but I'm gonna find a spot for those. Hopefully they recover. But in the meantime, up here, I can show you the other thing we got done on Sunday. Oh, we got dripped to these Veronicas that I moved from the hibiscus garden in the back. So I got those in, and then put those two Veronicas that were in containers, so we have a nice drift of Veronicas. It'll be interesting to see. These two are proven winners, and then these two are a different brand, so we'll see. I can see these ones might be a little bit darker, but that should be a beautiful drift. And I remember I always spin too fast. Sorry about that. So along here, you can see they had this great sale on 2-gallon limelight primes that were already starting to bloom. So I got these three in the ground to replace those other guys that might have croaked or were in the process of croaking. So you can see along here how great the limelight hedge is already looking. Tempted to see if they have any more of those 2 gallons to go grab 2 more, because there's 2 that are healthy, but they started off as 1 quarts, and I kind of want to give them a jump start, because all the most of these guys started off as gallons. We've got the Bobos up front. Oh, I moved one of the geraniums that was out of whack to try to get them a little more in phase with each other. And I finally got the 2. Home Depot had this great sale on succulents, and so I got this one here. So I added a 3rd succulent garden up here. This Echeveria is called Jennifer. Oops, sorry about that. Jennifer is very beautiful. And Hortensio is this one over here. So there's now 3 succulent containers up here. And then the 3rd one I got in that incredible sale at Home Depot is down on the end. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video and sort of the impromptu tour of the property as I tried to cover all the stuff got done on Sunday. You know, if you haven't, please, oh, I take that back. There was one other thing. Hopefully it's still alive. So over here, there was I had a really beautiful berry, multicolored berry-licious lantana or something. Can't remember. I think it might be a, it's not proven winners. I think it's Monrovia. So it's doing really well up here. So I had one in the back that was kind of by itself. And so when I moved a Japanese maple a little bit further back to double up the row of limelight primes, I brought the other berry covered lantana from the back right here. So it sort of makes an entrance to the 2 of these. So anyways, as I was saying, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite flowers that I added today were, or what are your favorite flowers that I don't have yet. Please share with your friends and family. Help me grow the community. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. And most importantly, until the next video, you have a wonderful evening and happy gardening.